Hi, in this video I'd like to show you how you can play on a Nintendo Switch with a keyboard using HID Remapper. This is HID Remapper. It's a universal adapter for USB input devices. You plug it into your computer or your console, you plug USB devices into it, and you can configure it to translate inputs of one type to inputs of another type. For example, you can make it translate keyboard inputs to Switch controller inputs. First, let's do a quick demo, and then I'll show you what the configuration looks like. I'm going to connect it to my Switch, and I'm going to plug my keyboard into it. Okay. As I said, this is all configurable, but for this demo, I chose a setup that I saw on another keyboard adapter on the internet. WASD is the left analog stick, with some extras that I'll show you in a second. UIOP is the right analog stick. Let's see the rest of the buttons. This is A, B, R, Z, R, L, Z, L, X, space is Y, plus is plus, minus is minus, enter is also plus, home is home, end is capture, F is left stick in, H is right stick in, and the right arrow is X, which I guess makes sense together with the buttons that are mapped on the numpad. There's the right stick there again, and some other buttons are also repeated. But my keyboard doesn't have a numpad. Okay, let's see the analog stick. WASD just moves the stick as you would expect. If you hold Shift, the stick is only moved halfway. And if you press Q, E, Z or C, together with some direction, you get these 15-degree nudges. I'm told this is useful in certain games. For every cardinal direction and diagonal, there are two convenient keys that you can press to nudge it one way or the other. Okay, this is all nice, but what if you wanted to map the keys some other way? Let's see how we can do that. I'm going to disconnect the HID Remapper from the Switch and connect it to my computer. Okay. This is what the configuration interface for HID Remapper looks like. It's just a website that you go to in your browser. You can do it from any computer that has Google Chrome, Windows, Mac, Linux, even Chromebooks. There's no software to install. Let's connect to our HID Remapper. Open device, select our device, connect. Okay. One thing to keep in mind is that the configuration that we see on the screen is only transferred to or from the device when we click one of these buttons, Save to Device and Load from Device. We want to see the current configuration stored on our HID Remapper, so let's click Load from Device. And this is what the configuration looks like. It basically says these keys on the left should function as these buttons on the right. J will work as A, K will work as B, and so on. If you don't want J to work as A anymore, you can change it to, say, B. If you don't want K to work as B anymore, you can change it to, say, A. If you want G to work as right stick in instead of H, select G. And you can, of course, always add more mappings by clicking here. After we're done making our changes in the configuration, we just save it to our HID Remapper by clicking here. You've probably noticed the one weird thing here. The first few mappings don't have normal keys on the left side. Instead they have these expressions. Expressions are an advanced feature that lets us do more complex things than just simple key-to-button mappings. Here's what they look like. I'm not going to explain them in detail now. They're like short programs in a special programming language They take some inputs, do some calculations, and they generate some outputs. It's how we were able to implement the 15-degree nudges on the left analog stick, and also the halfway thing when holding Shift. Okay, and this is how you can use HID Remapper as a keyboard adapter for the Nintendo Switch. If you want to know more, including how to get your own and what else it can do, take a look at the GitHub repository for HID Remapper project. If you have any questions or if there's something you'd like to see covered in a future video, please leave a comment. Thanks for watching.